What's going on, people? I am Swaver, and this is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. I was joined by my team, Coco Love, Illuminated Lenses, and Journey to be Great. How y'all doing today?
Good.
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Always a great day in the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Sometimes. But anyway, you guys, on this podcast, our mission is to build better relationships within our community through using the power of conversation. And today's conversation is going to be about Erica Mena and faking for the ground. And so for Erica Mena, we're going to start out with Coco Love. She's going to fill us in. So what you got, Coco?
So basically, it's been all over my social media because I don't actually watch the show. I used to, but I have since evolved. But no, so if you're not familiar with Love and Hip Hop, it is a reality TV show, and I use that term loosely. But basically, Erica Mena is a actress, also I believe a former video vixen, very beautiful lady. But she is on the show, or she was on the show up until an episode aired this past week. Erica Mena and another actress co-star, Spice, I believe is her name, and I believe she's a Jamaican rapper. Don't quote me on that. But they were having a conversation.
What'd you say?
I said the name fits.
Yeah.
But they were having a conversation about some type of issues that they had going on amongst themselves. And I believe it also surrounded Erica's now ex-husband, Safari Samuels. And if you don't know who Safari is, well, just think of Nicki Minaj when she just first came out. That's her ex-boyfriend. Anyway.
The nigga that was dancing in the background.
Correct. Safari and Erica were married at one point, and they were both on the show. I don't know if Safari's still on there or not. But anyway, they have two kids, and they had a bit of a messy divorce. He didn't seem like the best husband. So anyway, Spice is cool with Safari, from my understanding, and I guess she was there to help them maybe try to come together. I don't know, child. But all I know is they were having a conversation and it went left, as most conversations go. It started out tense anyway, and it just kind of went left with Erica literally flipping the table, and they started getting physical, and then Erica called Spice a monkey. And
Ooh.
if you're not familiar with the way these two women look, Spice is a darker skinned black woman, and Erica is very light skinned. She's described as Afro Latina, but when I looked up like her ethnicity and everything, it says she's Dominican and Puerto Rican. So you take that as you would like. But she proceeded to call her a monkey, and she told her also that she should have died on the table, just to clear that up. So yeah, so basically I think Spice was having some type of surgery. I don't know if it was cosmetic, but I do remember this. And she had some serious complications with sepsis, and she could have died. And Erica told her that she should have died. If not to just throw it on in there, it ended with Erica really like pushing in those monkey insults and making monkey noises. I saw the clip, just that clip, and it was very, very disgusting, to say the least. It was very racist. And, it brings up a lot of different, I guess, arguments, you know what I'm saying? But it was very racist. So since that aired, she has been fired. Like I said, I believe it was just announced, I believe on yesterday, if not Friday. So she was just fired. However, if you all know, this show is pre-recorded and edited. So why are you just now firing her now? For me, in my opinion, I feel like she should have been fired when it first happened. But a lot of people are saying, oh, you allowed it to air so you can get the feedback from the views, and then now you want to fire her. So it's just a lot going on with that. So I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on just, I guess, like the racism aspect, them capitalizing off of it, and just all together.
Well,
that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, for one, yeah, it's racist as shit. Like, let's just be real. I mean, because we all know what she really was trying to say. A lot of times, a lot of dark skinned people, they be getting that shit from other races or lighter skinned people. Not all, but that is their main jab that a lot of lighter skinned people want to throw, like being dark or stuff like that. So yes, that it was racist. Two, I mean, it's not surprising that they did that. Honestly, no company has any more values. They're always going to put the company above themselves. And I think with Erica, if I'm not mistaken, she was one of their top names on the show. I don't really watch the show, but that's what I heard. Mm-hmm. So probably what they figured was, okay, her ass gonna have to get fired anyway. So let's at least get a little bit more views from her before we have to kick off the show. Let's at least get a bang for our buck. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah,
I agree with that too. I really do think it's unfortunate that we will go that low, but I guess sometimes when people get into their feelings, man, anything goes. So that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot either, but another thing I have heard recently that she got arrested for some incident that happened like at a club or bar or something.
Yeah.
So I just think Erica's got some issues. She's just, she's unhappy. She's a miserable person, and hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
But hey, look, check this out, y'all. We're gonna go to the next topic. And maybe somebody heard in this one too. So we got some faking for the gram going on. What's going on with that, Jerry?
So, okay, last night I went to the Alabama game and Roll Tide, by the way.
Oh gosh.
So, so a lot of times when I go places and it's a crowded, I people watch, but just so happened it was two couples came and sat directly in the row in front of me. So maybe it was just a couple outing or whatever. So it had the one couple, they were like really lovey-dovey. Like the guy, he had his arm around his woman, kept kissing her on the cheek. And, when they would play music, they were kind of, they were having a really good time. The other couple, they were just kind of sitting there. The lady, she pretty much was on her phone the whole time, going live. Her and her friend, initially they were taking pictures. Her man, he was just kind of sitting there like, I don't even want to be here. And she, a couple of times I noticed like she would lean over to him to kind of gesture him to put his arm around her. So he would do it, but it wasn't like authentic. It was more like it was a chore when he did it. And, he'll have his arm around her for a minute. Then, suddenly he would have to grab his phone or, do something where he was like, he didn't really want her on him like this. So I'm just observing all of this. So around, Yeah, Auburn fan, that's what it was. So again, even during the game, like they really didn't interact much. They weren't really talking. And when halftime was almost up, she decided she wanted to take pictures with him. So then all of a sudden they leaned in. He's all smiles and stuff. Then he'll kiss her on the cheek. They got a nice amount of picture. Like she would take a picture and edit or whatever. And then I guess it wasn't good enough. She'll go back in, take some more pictures. And while she was trying to get the perfect pictures, editing and doing whatever for the Instagram or whatever app she was on, he was still sitting there like he was just annoyed. But if anybody go to her profile and see all the pictures, they probably think they're so loving and they're having a great time and they always doing this and they always, whatever. But in reality, they really weren't vibing like that last night. And so it just made me think about how a lot of people see couples and they, couple goals and I wish my man would do this or I wish my woman would do that. But in reality, like you really don't know what's going on behind that picture. So it was just really interesting to me. And I ended up coming across an article on self.com and it's called How to Save Your Relationship from the Social Media Comparison Trap. And so it gives out like 5 tips if someone does get caught up in that type of stuff. And y'all add to it if y'all think of something. So the first one is, where is your relationship insecurity coming from? Because sometimes we have things that's going on with ourselves and we project it maybe on the person that we're dating or something like that. And check yourself, see if it's something that's an insecurity that's still prior to the relationship that you need to work on. Number 2 is, please remind yourself you don't know what happens behind closed doors. Last night was a perfect example. Like that couple that I mentioned, they were not vibing at all, not like the other couple. But soon it was time to take pictures. They all smiled, they booed up and everything. And that's not the reality of what I see last night. The other dude, he was all over his woman. He definitely got some when he left the guy. The other guy, I don't know what they had going on. So number 3, be intentional about appreciating what you have. And that's not just for relationship. That's just for me as a human being. Because again, we get caught up, we seeing stuff in social media. Just maybe we look at other people around us and try to see what they have and think about our lack. But in reality, just look at what you have and be grateful for what that is. Number 4, figure out what really matters to you and separate that from the superficial stuff. Like, don't look at these profiles like, oh, her man is always commenting and giving hearts on her picture. But you never know, they might go home and not say one word to one another. Just try not to get caught up in all that stuff. And last but not least, if you checked yourself on all these things, just have a conversation with your partner and see what it is. Try to find out, why is your relationship not fulfilling, where you have to look at someone else's and try to desire what they have. So
2 things I want to put to that. This is a personal thing for myself though, but I've never been big on posting the people that I would talk to. I haven't been in a lot of relationships, but I've never been big on doing that. And it's so good that you said that because a lot of people don't know. I think in the past I've been accused of hiding people, but it wasn't ever hiding. It's just that when you know better, you understand better. Social media just creates problems. Sometimes it's better to stay off of it. And I also was doing some research to add to that. In divorce proceedings, more and more you start to see social media being a reason for why people are filing for divorces.
Yeah.
So at the end, I told myself, just to avoid the problem, let me go ahead and just not even do that. But when you know better, you do better. So thank you so much for sharing that with the community. The next thing I want to talk about is the faking. Some people are just so ready to post a picture that they will get in a relationship with no intention of doing what it takes to make it work, but they just want to be able to say they got somebody. And I think what you said is a perfect example of that too. They may not like each other at all, but just so she have gotten dressed, knowing that they had an argument, knowing that it wasn't something that he really wanted to do. Maybe even she didn't want to do it, but she just had to go just because she wants people to know, hey, we at the game. I'm at the game with Boo or whatever it is. So they go through all that shit, the fake, just so they could make other people think it's better than what it is. So yeah, that happens a lot, man. Thank you for sharing that with us. That was really on point.
That man probably had to use some of that damn savers money, go to that damn game. That's probably why he was pissed. I thought about it. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. I ain't trying to spend all this goddamn money in this game. It's not even a top game. I done spent all this doggone money, and she over here just taking pictures like she paid for it. Like she, hell, I'd have charged her ass for the picture. Make some of my damn money back.
Listeners, what do you guys think about these two topics? What do y'all have to say about it? Don't forget to comment down below. And also, thank y'all so much for listening. As always, I am joined by my team, Coco Love, Illuminating Lenses, Journey to be Great. This is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. Until next time, peace.